So a Knight of the Realm inside a velodrome named after another Knight of the Realm. Jack Bobridge, Alex Edmondson, whose sister Nettie is also riding for the Australian team as well. Luke Davison and Glenn O'Shea.
Well, you can see there has been a bit of a change here in the formation. The same 4 riders as in the qualifying, but Luke Davison now going to the start position. Glenn O'Shea went up to the 4th position. So just playing with the formation a little bit. Davison did go off in the qualifying with a couple of laps to go. There was no drama for the Aussies. Still qualified fastest, 40 seconds to go. The nervous moments before a team pursuit. You want to get everything right. You want to start at the right time. You don't want to jump the gun. And then you really have to try and get into formation as quickly as possible. Get into each other's slipstream so you can get up to top speed straight away.
Have a look at the phones and the cameras in the background. This is an absolute match race between 2 of the powerhouses of world cycling. Make no mistake about that. England, of course, with the marvellous team led by Sir Bradley Wiggins, and Australia with Jack Bobridge pretty much at the helm. 10 seconds to go, 4,000 metres ahead. The team pursuit about to get underway. Riders are off. Australia to the left of screen. It is England to the right of screen. And as they make their way into formation, the Australians are looking very good early.
Ed Clancy leading the English team off. Luke Davison doing the job for Australia. Very quickly into formation, into those aerodynamic time trial bars. 1 lap completed. Australia just in front, 0.8 of a second. That's a handy lead to start with. We did see in the qualifying round, Brad Wiggins did a couple of laps extra time on the front of the bunch, so that's how strong he is. I'd expect Bobridge to do something similar to replicate it as well. Out to 1.4 now. This is a really good start by the Australians.
A terrific start by the Australians, looking to defend their title. The potential for a 2nd gold of the night.
They would have come into this race expecting to ride a particular time, so they'll set themselves a schedule to ride to for the first half of the race after 2,000 metres. Then the coach will refer to where the team is that they're racing against. And then they all give them an indication whether you're up or down against the team on the other side of the track. And then it's just flat out to the finish.
So the Australians out to nearly 1.5 seconds. The coach just taking that stride to the left or the right of the finish line as an indicator. Pure body language, whether you're in front or behind, whether you're on track or not.
Well, that was perfect there. Just the split screen. You can see both coaches standing past the start-finish line, indicating that both teams are up on the predetermined schedule.
1,500 metres travelled, and the Australians nearly with a 2-second advantage. They are looking very crisp as they head down the back straight, the Australians.
Davison on the front, then it's Alexander Edmondson, Jack Bobridge and Glenn O'Shea.
Heading towards the halfway mark. This is England. Wiggins has had time on the front and now slots in. Wiggins currently sitting 2nd wheel at this stage, and you expect him to take a big turn at the halfway mark. The Australians leading by over 2 seconds now. This is looking good, but they've lost a rider.
Well, the Aussies down to 3 at the halfway point. They do have a handy lead, but it's still a long way to race.
So the Australians will have to do it as 3. With the inside of 2,000 metres now confronting the boys in green and gold. The heart is racing, the legs starting to burn, and a gold medal up for grabs. 2,500 travelled, and the margin is still over 2 seconds.
I was concerned there slightly as it came back to 1.8, now back out to 2 seconds. Bradley Wiggins swung up, gone to the back of the track, the back of the English team. Jack Bobridge doing a sterling job for the Australians. Glenn O'Shea and Alexander Edmondson. That's the 3 that are out there on the track now. They've lost Luke Davison. Edmondson on the front now. Glenn O'Shea comes to the front. Next one will be Jack Bobridge after that. Look for the split.
The split at the moment. The English aren't even in frame. It's now nearly out to 3 seconds. These 3 riders are contributing a superhuman effort for Australia to defend their title, to go back-to-back with Commonwealth Games gold in the men's 4,000 metre team pursuit as we head towards the final couple of laps.
Well, Glenn O'Shea now, born in Swan Hill, now lives in Adelaide, spent a lot of time where I'm from in Bendigo. He swings up, goes to the back of the 3 riders. Tim Decker, the coach there at the bottom of the screen, just screaming at the boys to keep going. Very handy lead now. I can't see the Australians getting beat.
The English are down to 3 riders as well. We are into the final stages of the 4,000 metre team pursuit. There is the bell. Tim Decker urging the team on. 250 metres to go for the Australians. They will form up. They're in the same straight as the English now. This is an absolute demolition by the Australians. They'll form up to cross the line. They have dominated here. A games record for the Australians to go back-to-back in the men's 4,000 metre team pursuit. A second gold medal for Australia on the track at the Sir Chris Hoy Velodrome. And the Aussie flags are up. The Aussie crowd is up. And the Aussie coaches high five. Congratulations to the men's 4,000 metre team pursuit. And the celebration starts.
Well, you can see looks of surprise on the faces of the Aussie boys. They were expecting or hoping to go for the gold medal and take it. That time, that's extraordinary. Fantastic performance. Round of applause all round for the Australian team.
What a stunning result, because they were the 2 fastest teams coming in. They had just travelled under the 4 minutes on the way in, and then a games record for the Australians. A marvellous effort. The games record had been held from India. The Australians had it, and now they have got it again. The world record held by Great Britain, but the Commonwealth Games record for the Australians, and what a marvellous effort. Even though they did lose Luke Davison early at the halfway mark, and the 3 of Jack Bobridge, Alex Edmondson and Glenn O'Shea just powered their way home over the top of the English of Stephen Burke, Ed Clancy, Andy Tennant and also Bradley Wiggins.
Well, it's a gold night at the Velodrome. What a fantastic way to start the 20th Commonwealth Games. Gold medal to Anna Mears, our flag bearer, and now the team pursuit boys. The team pursuit always represents the real squad. There's so much time and effort goes into putting 4, 5, 6 riders through months of preparation and training. It's really paid off here. Alexander Edmondson, world individual pursuit and team pursuit champion this year. He adds a Commonwealth gold medal to the total as well.
So Bradley Wiggins there now off the bike and unable to add a gold from the Commonwealth Games to his Olympic gold medals and his Tour de France title as well. So the English team will have a level of disappointment, no doubt about it. And in the end, the Australians just too dominant.
What I know about Brad Wiggins is we see the boys coming together. Congratulations all round to the best team pursuit riders in the world. This sort of defeat, though, gets me a little bit concerned about Brad Wiggins. He loves a challenge, and being beaten by the Aussies here, I'm sure he's going to put another couple of very solid years of training together towards the Rio Olympics. Tim Decker, coach of the lads, he's worked with so many of these guys right through the junior years. He was the junior coach for the national team. Now he's the senior and elite coach. So he's known these riders for a very long time. Kevin Tabata is the performance manager of the high performance program for Australian cycling.
And we talk about the buoyancy that the Australian team, and I'm not just talking about the cycling team, the Australian team in general, with the flag bearer Anna Mears securing gold, and now these boys have also snatched a second gold medal, and they have absolutely demolished the English on the way through. So the Australian team in general terms, the hundreds here for the Australian team, will also take a wonderful feeling out of this. Tim Gossage is downstairs, right in the middle of the velodrome, and Tim, you've got 4 gold medalists with you, and it looks like they're about to chat.